Joe Montanibed made an appearance at the Commanders game yesterday where he received a decidedly negative reception from the crowd.
Please welcome the 45th and 47th President of the United States, Donald J. and Secretary of War, P.J. and the permanent president and the chief of our United States military.
It's like a whole...
Some battles aren't waged with guns, they're waged with jokes. Jimmy Kimmel transformed Donald Trump into a walking, talking meme. Politics take a backseat. This is ego clashing with irony, hubris facing primetime comedy. Kimmel dissects Trump's reality like a magician revealing his own tricks, exposing every absurd claim with precision. By the finale, it's no longer red versus blue. It's reason versus spectacle, and only one emerges unscathed: the laughter.
I was right. And Trump has been desperately trying to convince anyone who'll listen that Democrats are responsible for the shutdown and that it has nothing to do with him trying to hide the Epstein files. The gaslighting has reached a fever pitch as Trump cuts off the supply of food to children, families, senior citizens.
Donald Trump doesn't do politics. He does performance art with a golf cart, a spray tan, and a permanent audience that never asked for front row seats. Every word he utters sounds like a memo to Jimmy Kimmel's writers. Prepare laptops, chaos incoming. Trump could announce gravity is optional, and half the country would float.
Trump reportedly wants the Washington Commanders to give him naming rights to their new stadium. Why would anyone ever want to name anything after Don? I mean, look at Don Jr. It's not exactly a winning strategy. But he's,
The man is a one-man content machine. Every rally becomes an open mic for delusion. Every policy announcement feels like improv theater, a test run for the next ego documentary. He doesn't strategize, he performs, generating memes, headlines, and endless material. He is unknowingly both the star and punchline of his own show.
Gavin Newsom has been working hard to beat Trump at his own game. He's been posting these funny things like this, showing Trump as a baby. And it does seem to be getting under the president's skin.
He doesn't have what it takes, I tell you that. Slimy guy. He's a slimy one. Maybe that should be his nickname. Slimy Newsom, right?
Watches Trump like a cat stalking a laser pointer. Fascinated, slightly annoyed, fully aware he controls the show. Every Trump word becomes Kimmel material no comedian could craft. You can't parody him because he's already parody. Every speech feels like a Shakespeare play written in caps lock, punctuated with misspelled tweets and self-importance.
He can hear the booze, or does the narcissism force field block it all out? And then Trump, who, one of the fun, underrated things about him is how little he knows about anything. Like, this is a guy who helped start the USFL. He owned a football team, and yet anyone who knows anything about football can immediately tell he knows nothing about football.
How many touchdowns did you have back then?
Oh,
6,
is that right?
7?
I'm not sure I had.
If you enjoy this video, subscribe and hit the bell. Trump's confidence is unmatched, entirely self-supplied. He enters rooms like they're his property, expecting rent from the world. Arrogance as renewable energy. He'd power the planet. Kimmel doesn't invent jokes. He simply lets Trump be Trump, and the audience provides the punchlines naturally.
Prince Andrew lost his royal status. He's been demoted to, I think he's the Archduke of Frimplepants now or something. Trump's claimed that he doesn't know Prince Andrew, and yet there are dozens of photos of them together. Here's just one of the many. I don't know if, what happened to Andrew in that photograph, but here's one of then Prince Andrew walking away from Trump. And look who else is in the picture, peeking in from the corner. You got convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell, who Trump wishes well and just had moved to a much more comfortable...
Kimmel's Trump segments go viral for a reason. Part roast, part therapy for anyone still shocked he held nuclear codes. Trump talks like a late-night infomercial, every sentence a brag detering into grievances and word salads. His vocabulary, allergic to synonyms, everything is tremendous, disgraceful, or unbelievable. Kimmel quipped, Trump's speeches sound like an audiobook read by a confused GPS. Every rally is chaos cinema, promises, dishwashers, sharks, and rude wind to his hair, performance art with fog machines.
And of course, no Trump interview would be complete without him challenging a woman's intelligence.
Jasmine Crockett. She's a low IQ person. They say she might run for president. Jasmine Crockett. This is a very low IQ person.
He keeps saying that she's a low IQ person, and there's only one way to find out. I have very generously, for a whole week now, offered to host, produce, and or promote a live televised IQ contest between our stable genius president and Jasmine Crockett, who...
This is where it gets wild. Kimmel doesn't just mock Trump's words. He mocks the rhythm, the dramatic pauses, the self-applause, the way he stares at the crowd like a magician expecting a standing ovation for pulling a rabbit from thin air. Trump performs outrage like jazz, improvised, chaotic, attention-seeking. He doesn't give speeches, he delivers cliffhangers that lead nowhere. Jimmy targets his obsession with size, crowds, buildings, hands. Trump measures success like toddlers stack blocks, the tallest wins, and the tweets, emotional emergencies in all caps, random insults and exclamation marks everywhere. Kimmel calls it Twitter Tourette meets motivational seminar. Trump could start World War III because his phone autocorrected great to greasy. Often, he tweets mid-monologue, fact-checking his own roast live with new material.
I would have liked him as a quarterback.
You definitely would have had like 6, 7 touchdowns there.
He puts it in your hands. Now you see some of the guys with the powerful arms, and they throw it so hard. Tom Brady told me once. He said that you got to put it in their hands. You got to help them out a little bit.
Yeah, that's incredible insight, isn't it? When it turns out the quarterback, the guy with the powerful arms, the quarterback, has to put the ball in his teammates' hands. You got to help him out.
And that's the thing, Trump doesn't get satire because he is satire. He's immune to irony. He could fall in a fountain claiming he's the greatest swimmer alive and still declare victory. Kimmel roasts him not out of dislike, but because Trump treats embarrassment like a brand strategy. Talking in the third person, Kimmel watches like a man observing a car drive into a lake. Every claim, every wild tangent, from healthcare to wind turbines killing whales, becomes comedic gold. Trump is simultaneously the setup and punchline. Kimmel's audience doesn't need jokes. They just watch, mesmerized by the chaos that only Trump can produce.
Crockett said she's in. She told me herself she accepted his challenge immediately, but we still don't have an answer from Donald Trump. I know he knows about it. I said it on TV. I'm very serious about this. We even have a trophy. We have now the biggest trophy in the history of mankind. Look at the size of that thing. Can you imagine that beauty on the White House lawn? A physical testament to Donald Trump's intelligence. Come and get it, Mr. President.
Kimmel knows Trump's real talent isn't leadership. It's improv comedy without self-awareness. A one-man political troupe. No script, no logic, just grandiose vibes and relentless vengeance. Every sentence starts like a policy plan and ends like a Yelp review of America. The media feud fuels endless material. Every scandal becomes another episode of The Trump Show, with Kimmel narrating in disbelief. From hush money trials to classified documents in improbable places, the controversies never stop. Trump doesn't have missteps. He has a cinematic universe, each sequel more absurd than the last. Historians may need therapy. Netflix might pitch a parody series.
Less like a president and more like a property brother. He blew up the East Wing. He redecorated the Oval Office. He paved over the Rose Garden.
Take very good care of property. I paid for them. Marble, the most beautiful marble you've ever seen.
Wish the master builder would master build in private like the rest of us do.
The most beautiful floors, the most beautiful lights and chandeliers. And now it'll be the most beautiful ballroom anywhere in the world.
Wait a minute. Is it possible that he's planning to sell the White House?
And he might run again. The executive probably cheers on the spot. Trump's legal troubles are now a recurring sitcom cast. Kimmel frames each scandal like a sketch. The hero claims rigging while admitting perfection. The joke isn't the crime, it's the confidence. Caught red-handed, Trump still tweets best hands ever. Kimmel revels in the victim complex, watching sincerity feel like delusion ads. When Trump pledges love for America, it's less patriotism, more a car sales pitch. Please clap harder. The gestures, the squints, the lanes, it's physical comedy writing itself. Every word becomes a full-body performance of ego.
You have F. Sharp Fitzgerald lapping it all up with his sidekick, little Marco Rubio. Look at Marco Rubio. It's rare you get to see a photo of someone at the precise moment their soul exits their body. There were all manner of colorful outfits at the party, including this guest who showed up in a prison jumpsuit. It wasn't a costume. Turns out it was a wealthy donor. It came straight from Rikers Island to thank Trump.
Trump truly believes he's the hero of every story. Each speech follows the same plot. Misunderstood genius, unfair enemies, triumphant comeback. It's Rocky, but the protagonist never leaves the gym. Kimmel doesn't twist it, he reframes it. Every Trump moment is comedy gold. The Sharpie hurricane map, bleach comments, endless golf trips as diplomacy. His person, woman, man, camera, TV memory test. Kimmel treats it like a doctoral thesis. Reality distortion field. Enough to power cable news for a decade.
According to the Washington Post, since Trump installed himself as chairman of the board back in February, ticket sales at the Kennedy Center have taken a nosedive. So far, the Kennedy Center has only sold 57% of their tickets, which is down from 93% at this time last year. Everything he touches dies. Good news, Melania. You're going to live.
Kimmel's laughter isn't mean, it's existential, the sound of reality giving up. Trump isn't a politician, he's a plot twist. Six-time bankrupt yet business genius, self-proclaimed winner of a race no one runs. Every word he speaks fuels Kimmel's material. Trump inevitably reacts, ranting back, creating an endless comedy feedback loop. He confuses chaos for leadership and applause for love. Kimmel simply grins, lets him talk, and the punchline writes itself.